good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. I am suffering right now. For some reason, it's so hot. I took a nap and now my nose is running too. That was not a good nap, but it's okay, you know. That just means all the stuff is gonna add up to some awesome luck, right? So Bima, be mine. I'm gonna try at least. A little bit. Totally not, like soup. Actually, no. Eee! Okay, game window changed for some reason. Accidentally tapped twice. Hello? I feel alright. I'm melting a bit. It's okay though. Eventually it'll start getting cooler. At night, I hope. Man. Part of me was thinking, should I just chug some cold water before this? And I'm like, wait, no. Not right now. First thing, Elixir of Love. Beautiful. 10 tickets for Kama didn't work. Aww. Maybe Cammy needs that Elixir of Love. Just as an offering. I only believe in my god. Well, you know, I'm gonna take this aside for now, so that means it's... There's hope in the world. I'm debating how many multiples I want to give. You know, let's just do one right now. And then go through some more deal call and then come back. Bima, be mine. Instead, I get a Battle of Kamlan. You know, that's fine. And then a Reality Marble. Okay, we're choosing violence tonight, apparently. Or at least that's what it feels like. True. She is coming out next week. And I did get paid yesterday, so I can buy more Saint Quartz. Hehehe. Transmutation Magecraft. Stare. I'm resisting spending for Arcana inside of Nike. I tried, got another Phantom. It's okay. 500-year obsession, ah yes, gotcha. Haven't seen this dude in a while. Okay, it's a decent Shinji, not the one that I hate. Stare. One who wishes for salvation. Save me, gotcha gods. Archer? Hello, David. What's up, David? Ruined Church. I'm debating buying a bunch of pants for work. My new workplace, there's mosquitoes and I've been getting eaten. Hello, Boudica. Like, I'm lazy as hell at work, so I wear a dress. I wear dresses to work. Not to look cute because I'm lazy. I'm like, I don't want to put on too much clothes. Dress, jacket, bam. But now I'm starting to regret it because of all the bug bites my legs are getting. But, you know, it's okay. I can put up with it for now. Hopefully the mosquitoes die off soon. Or maybe just maybe I should just invest in a mosquito trap. Maybe that's smarter than buying actual, like, a bunch of leggings or pants. And switching. That could be more cost effective. I gotta think what I prefer. Gotcha or other stuff. Gotcha or comfort. And now for Ordeal Call 1. Zero Compass Inner Domain. Paper Moon. Stare. Intense staring. Ooh. One who wishes for salvation, 5th copy? Nice. That's not good. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but this is straight out of section Q23 of the manual. I see this qualifies as an anomaly. Degraded performance and or malfunction in Paper Moon due to an unknown factor. Huh. I wonder if mosquito spray would help. Maybe. Initiating data collection and situation recording to determine the cause of the phenomenon has stipulated in the manual, Data Integrity Level AA. Please note that beginning immediately, everything that occurs, including all that we do, will be documented. Sorry, would one of you mind making the announcement? I've got my hands full over here. Okay, how's this gonna go? Oh, hi, Senpai. Did you hear that announcement too? Yeah, sounds like we got a situation. Right. I heard the Masquerade Da Vinci and Sion. So it sounds like we may have some kind of technical issue. By the sound of it, this may be serious. So I thought I would stop by and see if there was anything I could do to help. Same here. Me too, let's go check it out. Okay. Let's go walking. The Paper Moon isn't working, right? Looks that way. We were just asking its manufacturer slash caretaker about it, though she seems every bit as stumped as we are. Believe me, I would like to know what's going on here just as much as you. Given its nature, there should be no easy way for it to malfunction like this. Really? Really? As extraordinary as the Paper Moon's measuring capabilities are, its operation is actually extremely simple. It is not possible for it to mismeasure anything, nor will it break down even in harsh environments. It is that remarkable reliability that makes it an ideal compass, capable of operating even in void space. At its core, it is simply a two-dimensional moon that projects anything and everything exactly as it is. Regardless of whether a given thing has a form, or whether it's from reality or the void. It does not perform complex calculations on its own, nor does it have any points where it might fail mechanically. Oh, come on. Just say it's simple all you like, but for us, it may as well be the blackest of all black boxes. Even I won't open the thing up for fear of breaking it. Chaldea's brightest engineers all studied it pretty closely, since it was sent to us quite a while back. But they just said it was an incredible device we just couldn't find any conceivable use for. Which is why we didn't do anything for it until the Shadow Border was completed. Well, of course, that's because it is an Atlas Institute mystic code. I may have given it to Chaldea, but its design and inner workings are still a closely guarded secret. It also incorporates a number of my family's patented technologies at a microscopic level. So I'm certain it would be exceptionally difficult for anyone besides myself to tinker with its core. So it's super complex, even though its functionality is simple? Right, though I'd say it's more maniacal than complex. Perhaps this example will prove illustrative. Imagine first a jigsaw puzzle which is completely blank, but composed of approximately 100 million pieces. Now imagine the puzzle is completed, glued in place, and hung on a wall in a nice frame. Functionally, it would work the same as a plain white poster. Though it would still be composed of 100 million tiny, delicate pieces. Though it is well out of reach, now that pieces have been glued firmly in place, it is all the simplicity of a sheet of paper. And since its functions are so simple, it is almost impossible for it to break down. However, by definition, it remains a construct composed of 100 million pieces. So if someone wished to tamper with its inner workings, they would have to remove those pieces one at a time. I see. At least, I think I do. Well, I will admit that it's something I made back when I had no particular goal and an overabundance of free time. Even so, none of the materials I use should degrade easily. Further, I employed a pragmatic spell in its construction which would initiate a self-repair routine should anything happen to it. So to continue the metaphor, think of the paper moon as a jigsaw puzzle which I, the beloved daughter and noted genius of the head of the Atlas Institute, constructed so well, it should never come apart on its own. At any rate, let me take a look. Stare. Okay, first we activate this, then we do this. Hang on. The line on the monitor looks like a singularity signal? Can we get confirmation of this? You're correct. It definitely does look like a singularity. But I'm not getting any singularity readings from it. Are you certain? Yeah, but it sure looks like one. On the world map, it looks like it's around Egypt. I've been checking it over and over, but it just isn't entering any data into the paper moon. Caldera originally planned to use the paper moon during part 1, but it was unnecessary after developing better methods of entering singularities. That light shouldn't be there. So are we seeing this light even though no data has been entered? I can think of two possibilities. First, there's a problem with the display equipment. That is, there could be a stuck pixel on the monitor, or perhaps someone, thinking themselves a jokester, drew on the screen. In short, we're seeing something with no correlation to any data. But if that is not the issue, then we're left with our second possibility. The receptacle mechanism, that is, the paper moon itself, which is directly linked to the data, is emitting some kind of signal. Ooh, it's bright. The light's getting brighter. I think that light is getting brighter. What's going on? All hands, emergency stations. Well, we're being enveloped by the light. Are you okay, Senpai? Stay close to me. It's so bright I can't see anything. Are we being summoned? Wee. This is fine. This is totally fine. What's the worst that'll happen? Ugh. Stare. Where am I? I don't think I've ever seen this city before. Where am I? So you're finally awake, huh? Guess you're still a big old sleepyhead. Oh, it's Cammy. I guess it's okay though. Sleeping in is a great way to indulge in your lazy side. If you want to sleep your way closer to depravity every day, I certainly will be stopping you. I do love how I took a nap right before this, so it's canon. So please, don't wake up on my behalf. Can very well be my fault if something awful happens to you while you're asleep after all. Kama, what's going on? What is this place, Kama? Kama, what's going on? Oh, knock off the sad puppy eyes, would you? I only just woke up here myself. I think we're in the same boat here. That is, I don't know any more than you do here. I see. Well, I'm so glad you're here with me. I love Cammy. Where'd that come from? I mean, come on. You know what my deal is, right? If anything, I'm more enemy than ally, so smiling at me like that isn't going to... Huh? That's weird. I actually don't mind that. Oh, we're bonding. Okay, something's definitely not right here. Well, I'm just gonna forget about it. And there. Forgotten. A dizzy spell. I think I'm okay now, though. That was weird, but it's nothing I can't handle. Anyway, all I know is that when I came to, It was just you and me here. No other servants, no staff members, nobody. Also, none of our tech is working, comms included. No contacting anyone for us. So what's the plan? I don't want to be doing any work if at all possible, but I guess I don't really have a choice since I'm the only one here. Fine. I can at least gather some information for you. Can't promise it'll be useful though. So do you want to stick together or send me out on my own? It's up to you. Hold it. How can you call yourself her friend, no, her servant, and not notice? I must say, you're being very attentive. Did you not notice that she lost her balance just a moment ago? There was quite clearly something wrong with her, physically. What do you mean something wrong with me physically? Excuse you? That voice. Sion, are you here too? Sion! Sion, but not really. Huh? Did you shrink? Huh? Sion Lily? Oh, I love that. Yay! Oh gosh, we gotta go around fighting then, huh? Ooh, it's still bright. Okay. Less bright. Hello, city. Compass inner domain. Meet AI. Okay, this is what I get for summoning first thing. It's okay though. I just gotta fuse a few things and then all good. Who do I want to fuse? What do I want to fuse? I'll fuse you. Okay, fused. And then... fuse. After that, I'm all good to go for now. And back out. Steer. Okay. Yeah, I know sorting by health is good, but I like staring at everything. Also, depending on what I have, I start selling the extra 4 and 5 stars. If I don't feel like keeping extras. Pardon? I will examine you now. Body temperature, pulse, pupil dilation. All normal. At a glance, you seem to be perfectly healthy. Do you have any other symptoms? Nothing I've noticed. I just stood up too quick and got a little dizzy. Nothing I've noticed. But anyway, is it really you, Sion? Yes, I am Sion Sokaris. Why do you feel it necessary to reconfirm my name at this point, Misaki? Oh, come the hell on. You don't get to treat us like that. I mean, you don't get to treat us like we're the dumb ones for asking that. You look completely different. How so? Besides, even if my visual data, that is, my appearance were different than usual, it will not be particularly significant. I know for a fact that I am Sion Eltnam, and that I perceive myself as such. Even were I to try, I could not perceive myself as anyone or anything else. It is the same for you two. Isn't that right, Misaki, Master of Chaldea? And Kama, her servant? I mean, there's definitely something different about you. I do find it funny how we're with little Kama. Just because I keep my Kama as little Kama. So I'm like, oh, it's perfect, it's canon. Okay, this is shady as hell. Are we seriously supposed to believe you're the same weirdo who practically lives in the command room? The ceiling no is just a regular Alice Institute mage. She shouldn't be able to change her form the way I can. Vision jacking, physique modification, transferring your mind into a different body. Even the most average Atlas Institute mage could easily come up with 100 ways to change your appearance. That aside, I'm still very much me. Further, I do not recall having changed my appearance recently. In fact, I find your assessment to be incredibly shallow and superficial. While I'm at it, I should mention that if anyone here is shady, it is unquestionably you, Kama. Of all the heroic spirits Misaki is contracted to, why are you the only one to be present? That's what I'd like to know too. Frankly, I would not be at all surprised if you were feigning ignorance as a part of some wicked plot. You're one of the servants who is potentially dangerous to Master Misaki, as you recall. At least, that is what I recall reading about you in our reports. Look, I'm telling you, I don't know anything. I'm not even sure how I went up here. I think I was talking to someone before this happened, but that could just be my imagination. Though I definitely feel weirdly lightheaded. And not in the fun way I felt during summer. Ah, yes, summer. How convenient. Everything you're saying is unprovable and you have offered no useful information whatsoever. Tell me, are you doing this on purpose? Hey, maybe we should try to investigate this place. Say, why don't we see what we can find out about this place? You know, let's go investigating. Fine. I predicted things would turn out this way. Thus far, everything is unfolding as I calculated. Humph, is that so? Well, don't come crawling to me when trouble comes knocking. Anyway, how exactly should we go about this? Do we just walk around and see what we can find? A moment, I want to share my underlying premise. Underlying premise? Why are you giving the ground a pat down? I knew it. I suspected as much earlier, but this confirms it. I'm not able to determine the construction materials of this building. That I cannot tell is an answer in itself, just as I calculated. This place, no, this whole world is most likely... What was that? I heard it too, and it sounds like it came from pretty close by. I wonder what it'll be. The first local we meet or the first enemy we encounter. Wanna bet on which? Personally, I'm rooting for whichever one leaves you all groaning in disappointment. Thanks, Kama. Oh? It's both. Shh, what a cop-out. Somebody's being chased. So they are, it looks like. Oh. A nurse and a tentacle monster. What in the world is that? It kind of looks like a sea fiend. It sure is slimy and nasty looking. It sure is slimy and nasty looking like one. Ugh, just my luck. We gotta save them. I only did one multi-pull. No luck yet. I'm gonna go back to summoning later. Fine, say no more. I'm your servant now and all that. Come on, you don't have to look at me like that to get me to help. Actually, I really wish you'd stop. It's making me queasy. Still, just remember this. The more you use me for your own convenience, or to satisfy your own desires, the more it's only fair that I get to use you for my convenience and desires too. Points you'll be racking up. And every point takes you that much closer to the edge of beautiful depravity. It's okay, Cammy. I have you. And your other self. Multiple times, so... If you really are quantifying your frustration, the least you could do is include a way for people to see that number. That way, we can tell when you need a tune-up and when it's time to throw you into the trash heap. You may want to back up. You may want to stand back, Sion. Do not worry about me. I'm an Atlas Institute mage. I can take care of myself. For some reason, while it feels as though it's been a very long time since I used them, my actual skills have not atrophied. Whatever. Just don't get in my way. I don't want to be held responsible if one of my lust arrows happens to get you all hot and bothered. Alright, that's far enough. The thought of using lust arrows against a tentacle monster, though. I don't know what the hell you are, and I'd really rather not have to deal with you myself. But it'll be nice to squash you without worrying about love or depravity for a change. Interesting though, new tentacle monsters. For support, it's fine. It's okay. Because I love Cammy. If only I could bring my own. Oh, so this is what the new tentacle monsters look like. They're a lot squishier. They kind of remind me more of... almost sea cucumber-like. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, sea cucumber-like. It is cute, though. Okay, that is good. I can use my team for the most part. Oh, happy. Oh, I forgot to change the battle speed. Oops. Nice job. Yeah, or comma. Oh, Cam, you're so wonderful. Ouch. Depending on the enemy types, here, maybe I'll use her for the most part. Either regular comma or summer comma. Maybe even both. You know, nothing wrong with both. So cute, so powerful. Ta-da! Battle finish. Ooh! Remnants of madness. They look pretty, and also kind of tasty. Yay! Woo! Kama wins! I guess it's fine. Hmm? Is something wrong? Up to Section 10 is mostly berserkers and casters. I don't know, it's like my magical energy and body aren't working like they usually do. I can't quite tell for sure though. Oh well, who cares? The important thing is that nasty creature's dead now. Say, wanna stomp on it for good measure? This will be your chance to show off what a cruel master you are. Go on, do it. And make you look really cool. No way! Shunned and isolated with only me to rely on, tumbling into depravity, maybe I could still make that golden route a reality. Muttering. Anyway, did you do something during that battle, Sion? Do not worry about me. That was essentially just a light warm-up. More importantly... Who are you? We are, if nothing else, at least not your enemy. We're sufficiently intelligent to recognize when you are under attack. We're also sufficiently empathetic to help you. Are you okay? It seems your injuries are not too deep. Do you need first aid? No, it's alright. With enough resources and time, I can treat myself. After all, we're AIs whose primary function is medical treatment. AIs? I knew it. What's that stand for again? Artificial intelligence? No AIs in love, That's right, we're computer programs designed to think, act, and converse of our own volition. I'm part of the The Rani series, type R, for repair. Repair. I have no individual name. If you would like, I could tell you my unit number. I do not think that will be necessary though. Or Rani, R-A-N-I, Rani? So you're taking our acronym and sounding it out phonetically as a word for a name. Very sensible. We sometimes address ourselves in the same way when speaking to one another. Most AIs are created to fill a particular role. If your role is medical treatment, who or what do you usually treat? All the other AIs here, of course. That goes for other types as well. As type Rs, our duty is to repair damaged AIs and ensure everyone can perform at their maximum potential. And what is the AI's overarching purpose? That answer should also go without saying, but since you asked, it is to ensure the smooth functioning of this world. The whole world? That's awfully ambitious. Just as I thought, I could tell something was off from the beginning. I put this hypothesis on the back burner since I did not have enough data to verify it. But if you are an AI running this world, that should be sufficient to perhaps reveal the truth. That is, a virtual world, or conceptual one if you prefer. Am I correct? Yes, that's right. We don't know all that much about this world. But we've been programmed with basic data regarding what it's called on the outside. Paper Moon. That is the name of the system, or rather, the world we AIs oversee. Ah, hello, Paper Moon. Legit? Ooh, more Berserker. Okay, surprisingly, for like the JP stuff, the one thing that appeared on my feed that I stared at intensely is glasses. Lots of people were posting art of Sigurd with extra glasses because people are putting glasses upon glasses upon glasses upon glasses on him. I'm like, oh my goodness. You know what? Raising him just for that is kind of tempting. So, you're saying this is a virtual world inside that Paper Moon thingy? Well, this place sure looks like reality to me. Of course it does. Right now, it is our reality. The fact that our conscious minds perceive us as being here right now means that we ourselves have been transplanted into this virtual world somehow. This includes our brains, nervous system, sensory organs, everything that makes us who we are. Consequently, even if there are no discrepancies between the outside world, with the outside world, our minds are not presently able to perceive them. Let me see. For example, say a 2-meter tall person was keeping a 30-centimeter tall animal as a pet. Now imagine that this pet and its owner were sent to another world where everything was on 1/10 of its usual size, including them. Since everything around them remains at the proportions to which they are accustomed, the human and animal would never realize they were now 20 centimeters and 3 centimeters tall respectively. That being said, it seems unlikely that all of our outside world knowledge and sensations would be absorbed. So there are likely to remain noticeable discrepancies. Your suspicion regarding my supposedly new appearance is likely one such discrepancy. I do find it strange that I seem to be the only one who is unable to perceive a change in my appearance. Perhaps something happened when we were converted to fit this world. It is probably a phenomenon along the lines of spiritron or pseudo-spiritron conversion. At any rate, even if this world is purely virtual, our perceiving it as reality means dying here would result in us meeting the same fate in reality, so be careful. Okay, just because it'd be funny. Okay, we'll have Seal and Lily. It'd be hilarious if we're in our pumpkin self. Our pumpkin form from, you know, Cinderella event. Honestly, I have no idea what that all means, but I do know one thing. You're shady as hell. I mean, you Alice Institute people are the ones who gave Chaldea the Paper Moon in the first place, right? Yes, that is true. Originally, the paper moon was passed down among Atlas Institute leaders, specifically the Outnum family. Zephia, the current head of the Outnum family, gave its custodial rights to his daughter on her 8th birthday. And until she turned 9, she focused on tuning it up and expanding its capabilities. After that, the paper moon was given to Chaldea in accordance with the Atlas contract. So of course, it only made sense for me to continue maintaining it after we joined forces. However, the paper moon is ultimately no more than a device. Its internals run only the bare minimum of software. I certainly do not recall creating a world like this inside it. However, one could also argue that conceptual worlds, of which we are unaware, exist in all manner of places. As for the AIs, from a micro-magecraft perspective, it is possible that the self-advancing programs I installed could have evolved into an artificial intelligence without me realizing it. It is quite fascinating. So, is the fact that this world exists what keeps the paper moon working? So, is this world being here the reason the paper moon is still functioning? First one. Conceptually speaking, yes. But maybe more accurate to say that it was fitted into the paper moon rather than made for it. I would need an opportunity to make a more detailed examination of this world's laws before I could make a definitive determination. Sounds like you're dodging the question to me. I'm sorry to interrupt, but may I say something? Oh, sorry, we did not mean to ignore you. We can come back to this topic later. Hang on. You said you could hear yourself. You said you could heal yourself, right? Why are you not treating your injuries then? They certainly do not seem trivial enough to ignore. If the problem is that you're low on resources, we could share some with you. Running self-diagnostic program. Performance degradation rate is currently 37%. Usually, we would aim for a 0% degradation rate in order to satisfy our defined desires. And ensure operations continue to run smoothly. But right now, another routine is taking precedence. Meaning, while you could heal yourself, you currently have a higher priority? Correct. Allow me to give a more complete report. At present, a large number of my fellow Type R units nearby are under attack by more of those tentacled threats. I would like to ask you to rescue them as to minimize the damage to Type R units as a whole. Would that be possible? Sure, why not? Okay, there's being a good Samaritan and then there's this. We still don't even know what's going on here. I figure if people are being attacked, we should help them out. It'll be easier to talk to the locals if they're not under attack. I thought you would say that, just as I calculated. Report, we're close. I detect multiple Type R units around that corner. However, in my summation... And of course we have more of those freaking things. Ugh, this is the worst. Come on, let's make our way through them. Please, stand back, Rani. Understood. Although we repair AIs who feel joy when treating injuries, that doesn't mean we want to see units in good condition get hurt. Please be careful. No worries, we got this. Right, Cammy? It's like, fine, freaking fine. Actually, I'm lazy, I'm gonna keep my team. Teehee? It'll be fine, they're berserkers, I feel no fear. Not just yet anyways. Like maybe against a tougher fight, but right now, nah. Nah. Ooh, it's a good thing I stuck with AoE. Well, Silver Cammy would still be AoE, but ew. Nah, Archinobe was a baby. She's been sitting in the back gaining some mons. That's just been her life. It would be kind of funny to, like, max her bomb before raising her, but at the same time it's kind of bad too. But no, for the most part, she's just been chilling. Okay, not too bad at all so far. I still feel a little dizzy, but I think I'm okay. At least I could still back Kama up. Look, I appreciate the support since it makes my job easier and all. But, are you okay? You're looking a little Ugh, what's that noise? I wish they piped down. Sounds like someone's fighting. It's coming from around that corner. Sounds like they're really going at it. Report, I'm still detecting a large number of fellow Type R AIs. Many of them appear to be injured or immobilized. I can also confirm that the head of the Type R AI, our leader equivalent, is present. Leader equivalent? What an odd way to put it. Why not just call her your leader? Because at present, she also possesses a new extended function. It is recommended that you refer to her by her new role. Master, when addressing her. Huh? Oh, hey, Master. Hi. You know, I like that.
Aw, it's no use. I'm too hungry to fight or to care.
Bro, I feel that. Like, you know what? Food.
Honestly, I could really go for a gaggle of gorgeous girls cheering me on right now.
Come on, get together. You've got me cheering for you, alright?
I already told you, I don't find you attractive at all.
Dude! You're blind. She cute.
Maybe if you start dressing more in line with my taste. Whoa! Perhaps you may be, you do not seem to be entirely lacking in skill. However, I grow tired of this meaningless dance. It's time my blade was bathed in crimson.
Servants! Jill? Gilderay, what are you doing here, my dude? Dear. Out of all the ones to appear, I did not expect Gilderay. Then again, maybe I should have because, you know, tentacle monsters. But then again, it would have been his caster self rather than normal self. Oh no! All these girls look exactly the same, plus they're identical, and that's not all. Plus... Who are you?
Aw, damn it, more enemies? Alright, time to make a run for it.
Hey, you can't turn tail the first sign of trouble. What about the others? Seriously though, she's cute. Heck, I even like her outfit.
Who cares? The weak always die first. That's just how it goes. Heh, indeed. It is the law of nature that the feeble-bodied offer up their lives in sacrifice. Now then, I think I'll help myself to a little snack.
No! Aw, man. Report. Unit 237 lost. Regeneration impossible. I think he just absorbed something that AI possessed. Probably magical energy or an equivalent of some kind. I guess that gloomy-looking guy really is controlling those tentacle creatures then. He seems kind of familiar though. I can't place him. Anyway, what do we do now? Right now, we focus on protecting the AIs. Get rid of those creatures. I will keep watch for any further attacks directed against them. If the enemy gets too close, I can at least buy you some time. But I am counting on you to take them out. Yeah, must be nice getting to just rest on your laurels playing cat's cradle while I'm out there busting my ass. Oh well, this might be a huge pain, but I guess it's just going to keep cropping up unless I pull it by the roots. If I get the chance, I'll see what I can do about the gloomy guy. Chivalry raving so important though. You know, good for him. Bad for us, but good for him. And his tentacle monsters are even more disturbing than the other ones. The Fiend. Believe in the power of Buster. Man, I hate how hot it still is right now. You lit my fan and I'm still sweating. Then again, my fan is focused mainly on my computer rather than myself, but just why must you be like this heat? Thank you, Ark. And now for this guy. Alright, time to beat this guy up. It should be fine beating him up, honestly. No fear. Truly, no fear. And just to make Morgan extra buff, why not? For you, milady. All for you, Morgan. Here you go. Let's keep you nice and healthy. And then ta-da! He's broken. What an interesting looking caster. Good job. Ta-da! That's not the Joe I know. Yeah, he might be dressed like a knight, but he sure doesn't fight like one. He's obviously much better at commanding those familiars. What's your deal? You got a sword and all, but But are you a secret caster or something? Yes, I have answered that ordeal call.
Hehehe, indeed. I'm a caster. I'm impressed you noticed, fair maiden. The flowery scent clinging to you is delicious. Once you've grown up a little, I might even be willing to accept you as my bride.
Ew. Lucky me, but hard pass. Kinda got my hands full trying to push this Nimrod over the edge and into depravity. What's going on? Did they save us?
Gasp of realization! That's it. Excellent work, my friends. I've been waiting for you to show up. Now that you're here, this battle is as good as won. Come, let us fight together to put this caster in his place.
Huh?
What would you have me do, Master?
Master?
Shh. So they already teamed up with another faction. And we lack sufficient resources to take on 2 servants at once. Pull back for now, caster. Understood. It seems I'll have to invite you down to my room another time.
He's so flirty. The remaining tentacle creatures have disappeared. It seems the situation has been resolved. Don't even think about asking me to go after them, got it? I've already worked way too much today. What's going on? Do you know these people?
Phew, good. I knew I made the right call. If unexpected strangers show up, better to make allies of them before they can become your enemies. You never know how useful they might be. Granted, you don't usually get someone like Karna when you do that, but even so...
Hey, tell me what's going on already, Berserker. Did he say Karna? Berserker? Did he say Karna? Huh? Hey, Master? Oh no. We should not have put this off until later. There's been something wrong with you since we arrived. Those battles must have only made things worse. Here, Misaki, lie down and take some deep breaths and... Misaki? Goodbye, world. Just gonna take a little nap here, don't mind me. It'll be fine, there's nurses around me, they'll nurse me back to health legit. But I don't want the needles. Oh, are we actually going to the hospital? String and goodwill. Ronnie meant. Section 2. Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. Oh good, you're awake. That is a relief. I swear, how many times are you gonna do this? You really are a sleepyhead, aren't you? Come, don't scare me like that. Aw, she was worried about me. Where am I? You're in the partition reserved for repair AIs, often referred to simply as repair itself. And this building is the repair's headquarters. Thank you so much for saving everyone earlier. This is probably the moment when I should introduce myself, right? I'm the Prime AI for the Type Rs and Head of Repair. Though right now, I'm also serving as the Master of Berserker. So maybe it would be easier for visitors like yourselves to address me like that. And this is...
Hey, come on. I thought I explained this on the way here. They're not really our allies. I just lied about that to get through that battle. If anything, this is the perfect chance to ambush them.
Don't be ridiculous. They were a tremendous help. Of course we're going to return the favor. I certainly don't have any routines that would let me do something so underhanded. Sorry about that. Here, let me introduce you to Berserker. You know, I like your command spells. They're cute. I like how it's round.
Humph. Fine, I guess. As you can see, I'm both the strongest and handsomest servant you could ever hope to meet. I'm still not sure why I wasn't summoned as a saber. But it's probably because my extraordinary strength led me to be mistaken for Berserker instead. Hehe.
Yikes. Sorry about him, he's just... like that.
Did I mention what a genius I am too? Talk about perfect! Ah, I love being stronger, handsomer, and nobler than anyone else in the world.
This guy...
Since I'm known for being fantastically easygoing, I don't mind talking with all of you. Just make sure you treat me with all the respect I'm due. Now then, for starters.
Stare. Stare. Is there a reason you're leering at us? Be aware that, should you come too close, I'm prepared to mount a defense best described as devastating.
Just making sure of something. Small as you three are, you're still woman. Anyway, don't worry about it. None of you are all what I'm looking for.
Huh?
Now, what's your story? You people are master and servant too, right? Don't bother trying to bullshit me. I already know about your command spells. Go on. Where'd you come from?
It's kind of hard to explain, but I guess Chaldea? Well, from Chaldea, I guess.
You there. Based on the way you fight and act, I'm guessing you're an archer or assassin.
Yeah, assassin. What about it?
So there's no class overlap. Then of course we're going to want to know where you've been assigned. Hold on. These numbers aren't adding up.
I think we may be talking around each other. Are you guys not taking part in this system Grail War after all? Wait, we can compare notes later. Whatever's wrong with Misaki has still not been treated. So that should be our top priority. Oh right, I'm sorry. Of course, I'll help however I can. It is my duty as both a repair AI and as one who owes you a debt. Besides, the whole reason we repair AIs exist is to treat those who need it. Having said that, my earlier scan didn't reveal anything unusual. Of course, our scanner is tuned for AIs, so I wouldn't be surprised if it missed something. Oh, don't worry. We already know you're not AIs yourselves. I also ran as many scans as I could on her while she was asleep. I believe the problem is a discrepancy in the spiritron conversion of her magical circuits and nervous system. You can tell? Theoretically, there's no way for me to know how much magecraft-related knowledge the version of me in this world may have lost. So what I'm saying here is similarly based on what I'm currently able to perceive of the version of Misaki that exists in this world. Put differently, this is how this world structure has interpreted the discrepancy. Regardless, the discrepancy itself is not going to go away. The problem is that her magical circuits and nervous system connection are not optimized, which is resulting in a constant garbage generation. Aw, man. Now we just need Shoots and Doji to mess with their insides again. Just like inside of... what was it? The Shimosa? Since this problem is tied to your body's composition, it will not get better on its own. In fact, if we do not do something, it will likely get worse. Then what are you waiting for? Do something already! I plan to, naturally. However, we have few other options at our disposal. In the interest of being direct, there is but one possible treatment. It'll be neither easy nor painless. Are you certain you want to go through with that? Oh no, are we really gonna call Shoots and Doji? It's not gonna be easy or painless, huh? Shoots and Doji mess with my insides again. If that's my only option, then yes, absolutely. It sounds kind of scary when you put it like that, but yes, whatever it takes. Oh? Are you going to operate? If you need an assistant, the R series would be happy to help, myself included. We'd love to learn anything you can teach us. An operation will not be necessary. I doubt there is anything you could learn from this, anyway. This is something only I can do. See this micron-thick filament? It's a spiritual thread that has been passed down through the Outnum family for generations. It is called... Etherlight. It was originally developed for medical purposes to be a kind of artificial nerve, so it should work for this treatment as well. Is that what I saw you using during battle? Yes, it is. In battle, I was only able to use it to distract those tentacle creatures. Here, I can do much more. Okay, Misaki, lie down here again and close your eyes. Whatever you do, do not move. Okay. I'll be using Etherlight as a substitute for your standard nervous system, and will then connect it to your magical circuits. To do so, yes, as I thought, this is the only way. Alright then, here goes. Eee! Okay, you can open your eyes now. How are you feeling? I think I'm doing a lot better. It feels like my head is cleared up. I think I'm doing a lot better. I see. I'm glad to hear that. It looks like it worked. Ooh, I have no idea what you just did, but I always love seeing someone get better. She is adorable. Time zone, UTC -10. It'd be 8:02 p.m. here. Hang on. It feels like something often masters and my magical energy connection now. I anticipated this. It is an unavoidable side effect. Either light is capable of piercing the brain directly. But in this situation involving magical circuit spiritron conversion, I needed one more special path. So I used the command spell system, which is directly connected to the mage's magical circuits, to force a new route for the ether light. Basically, this means that my ether light is now taking the place of part of Misaki's command spells and magical circuits. And of course, since I'm still the one controlling the ether light, you could say that I myself am now part of her command spells and magical circuits. Say what? Misaki, are you seriously gonna let someone besides me take something important of yours? Do you realize you're basically putting your life in her hands? Well, we didn't have any other choice, so... I mean, what else could I do? We didn't have any other choice. Yes, morally speaking, this is arguably not the best course of action. It was, however, the only one available. This is just the inevitable trade-off. Incidentally, from now on, any magecraft you use through the mystic codes or the like will go through me as well. You could argue that we are two people forming a single master now. I've never heard of anything like that before. Is that a thing you can actually do? If you're referring to the technical complexity of what I've done, I will simply say that many new possibilities are available here because this is not reality. I am uncertain whether such thing is possible in the outside world. Honestly, I do not care. Ugh. I can't believe I let this untrustworthy brat take control of something that important. I never would have let her do this if I know what it meant. Damn it. I don't entirely understand what you're talking about, but she's basically healed now, right? Correct. So long as I am around to support her, she can move and fight without impairment. Sorry for the trouble. Thanks, Sion. This will be a big help. Do not worry about that. There's no need for excessive gratitude. Besides, now that I'm here this time, of course I'm going to do what I can to help. Stare. This is great. When you have your help, you really do have everything. Oh, that reminds me. I got an individual name of my own when I became a master. Berserker came up with that. It's Ayus. He says it means life. Anyway, you can call me that too if you like. Okay, I will then. Got it. Honestly, this may be strange coming from an AI, but I actually really like it.
Humph. I was fine just calling her master, but it's pretty inconvenient not having a name. And since she's always going on about health and treatment, Hayu seemed like a good fit. Besides, being of noble birth, it was often my job to name people anyway. All part of my noblesse oblige. Oh right, you obviously figured out that I'm an important prince. I couldn't hide my royal aura if I wanted to. Still, don't expect me to just up and tell you my true name, especially not doing a Grail War.
By the way, didn't you mention Karna earlier? And Ayus is a Sanskrit word. If anything, I'd say you smell more like the demon Kali to me. You are connected to Karna. So you're from the... Mahabharata. And you're also a prince who smells like Kali the demon. Then, does that mean... I love that. Are you... Duryodhana?
What? How did you figure it out so quickly?
That's funny. He's so disappointed. He's like, what? But why? He's like, I wanted to be a man of mystery.
Guess I'm even more famous than I thought. Yes, this must be the price of fame. That's how I'm going to think about it.
Blank stare. Duryodhana, eldest of the Kauravas, the 100 princes born of to the Kuru clan, and also a child of ill omen said to be an avatar of the demon Kali, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, you got the last part all wrong. That was just a nasty rumor the enemy spread to ruin my reputation. At least, I'm pretty sure it was. Trust me, no other prince has ever been as universally adored as I was. But never mind that now. You know Karna?
We're acquainted, yes. The hero of benefaction and dependable child of the sun? Yup. We're acquainted, yes. I've summoned him. Have you... Do you want to meet Santa Karna? Let me summon you, and you can be in the same team as Santa Karna. Heck, you can be in the same team as Arjuna Altar if you want.
I see. Sounds like you have fought together then. He's a lackey, flunky, dear friend of mine. You probably already know this, but I was the one who discovered him. He wouldn't be who he is if not for me. So whatever respect or admiration you have for him, you ought to have even more from me. Got it?
Actually, I know Arjuna as well.
Stop. Don't bring up the 5 princes now. My heart can take it. That is, it makes me sick. Listen, it's not that I'm scared of them. It's definitely not that. But at least wait until I'm more in the mood. Right now, I'm still reeling for my true name coming up so casually. I really am.
I still don't get what you're talking about, but it sounds like your name is better known than you thought. True, I can see how that would be a disadvantage in a battle, but what can you do? I mean, it's not like you're going to be able to keep it hidden forever.
Yeah, let's just leave it at that. Turns out I'm so famous it even scares me. End of story. You, and more importantly, I, don't need to think about anything else.
To be frank, knowing your true name does not change things for us one way or the other. Now, if you both calm down, will you tell us more about what's going on around here? Let's see. Where to begin? Well, the system currently running is called an AI Holy Grail War, or just a Grail War.
That's where you're starting. Come on. These two are a master and servant. I'm sure they already know that much.
Ah, Duryodhana fought an entire war over a dispute with Arjuna and his brothers. Yeah, bringing that up is ow. It's like, hi, you wanna meet my Arjuna? But they're not AIs like we are, and there are 2 of them. So I think it's possible that they might be here because of an anomaly of some kind, even if they have nothing to do with the system itself.
Ha ha ha, do you really? That's ridiculous.
It feels like you're mocking us. I don't like it. But anyway, it sounds like we'll never get anywhere unless we hear what this Grail War thing is about. In the Holy Grail Wars that we're familiar with, 7 masters and 7 servants fight one another in a deadly battle royale. The survivor gets a Holy Grail, which they can then use to grant any wish they want. Does that match your understanding? Well, I don't think ours is exactly about granting wishes. For one thing, the whole point of the system is to perform maintenance on this world. Ugh. Man, Restream, why must you do this? Strange. Completing the Grail Wars is what keeps the Paper Moon operating properly. So that's the main reason we hold them. You hold Holy Grail Wars to keep the Paper Moon's world running smoothly? If it doesn't make sense to you, then you must really be anomalies. That means you should go see someone who can tell you more than I can. Like the central governing AI who serves as the overseer of the Grail Wars. Central governing AI? What are you talking about? I thought you led the AIs. No, I'm basically just a representative of the repair AIs. The AI I'm talking about is much more advanced than we are. She oversees all the Paper Moon's different types of AI. We can take her to see her right now if you like.
Huh? Are you serious? Why should we go to all that trouble?
Oh, don't be so petulant. We still owe them a debt for saving us, don't we? But if you're fighting a Grail War, isn't that caster going to attack you again? But what if the caster comes after you again? Well, we should be okay if we go straight there. I don't think caster will come after us again so soon. Not after retreating like that. And we should be safe where the central governing AI is, since it's a neutral location. Fighting is prohibited there. If possible, I would also like to know more about this world's geography. I see. So you don't even know that much, Then I'll tell you about the different zones, the partitions on the way. You know, this is kind of fun. I've never walked and talked with people before. Everywhere I go has always just been for work. Ooh, is this one of those picnic things I've heard about? This is amazing.
No, I'm pretty sure this isn't a picnic.
Oh, shush. Okay, I'm gonna go get ready. I'll be right back, okay? Fine, then I'll tell Misaki more about this while we wait. Misaki, would you mind closing your eyes for a bit? Okay. Eyes closed. I think I saw something out of the corner of my eye. What was that? I think I saw something. Since you're already connected via Etherlight, I threw in an information processing program as a bonus. It will automatically organize the information we acquire. I will set it up so you can easily access it with just a thought. Of course, I do not want to waste its capacity, so I will not send you any especially bulky data. But I think it should still help you make sense of the current situation, so please make use of it. Thanks, Sion! No problem. Anyway, we should probably get ready to head out too. Yay for information! I like that. Oh, and we're fighting again. More tentacle monsters, I assume. On the way to the neutral zone. Unless it's not so neutral after all. Alright, let us get going. See you later, Master. We'll look after things here while you're gone. Wait, are you... Yes, I'm the first AI you rescued. Thank you again for saving me. Result, I've been treating myself since your rescue effort, and I'm currently at 0% damage. I'm in perfect working order. The other damaged repair AIs have entered standby mode. And we're treating each of them in turn as soon as we're able. Okay, it's similar to the notes featured from Last About 6. But instead of a timeline, it's general data about the Holy Grail War. Apart from the ones who were completely destroyed, every unit should eventually be able to return to their standard routine. Glad to hear it. That's great. Thanks for seeing us off. While this does stray outside of our regular operating parameters, all the AIs who were there talked it over. And we all agreed that seeing you off as an expression of our gratitude was our top priority. Oh, very similar to the info screens in Fate's Day Night. Ooh. I'm here on their behalf, so I hope you don't mind that I'm recording your reaction for our logs. Part of me would like to keep this recording all to myself, but it's only right that I upload it to our shared storage. Humph, there you go, casually raising your affinity with non-humans. Again. Comma, 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 comma. Oh my goodness. Think of all the dating sims I played, comma. Do you just not need my arrows anymore? Is that it? I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy about whatever gets me less work to do. Oh? I almost forgot. I also want to give you this monument as a token of my respect. I mean, a token of my thanks. Please accept it. You want to give us what? Dear. Freebie. Glowing. What did you do? Did you just give me some magical energy? Oh, I see. So you're still unaware of it. Running Mint is the formless but potent energy that serves as the most fundamental common resource for this world's AIs. You've been consuming it yourself whenever you've done anything in this world, even if you weren't aware of it. It doesn't really matter what it's called, but since we had to call it something, the central governing AI came up with a name for it. For us. Naming essential things is the first step in creating a beautiful management system, after all. That sounds like it serves the same function as magical energy in the outside world. Now that I think of it, it does make sense that its conceptual world, with its own unique scale, would have its own kind of magical energy circulating throughout it to match. Oh, I guess it explains why my magical energy felt weird right from the beginning. So it's been replaced with something else this whole time. Is it actually different from magical energy somehow? I doubt it's significantly different with regards to the interaction between master and servant. We don't know anything about the outside world's magical energy, but for AIs, Running Mint is our life force. It's the only resource in this world that is universally recognized as something valuable and tradable. In that sense, I suppose it's kind of like our currency. That's why I thought giving you some would be a good way to express my appreciation. Yeah? Well, I guess I do feel a little fuller now, so thanks. An energy resource that is used as a form of currency, huh? Then it stands to reason there would be people like that, Caster, who are willing to take it by force.
What about me? Where's my Running Mint?
I already gave you a regularly scheduled amount.
But I'm a growing servant, and as royal as they come. Don't I deserve a little something extra?
Still no. Okay, everyone, let's get going. See you later, everyone. And please be careful. I wonder what his allowance is. Okay, so the central governing AI is located, well, right in the center of this world. She almost never moves him there because she doesn't have to. You mentioned she's in a neutral location earlier. What did you mean by that? Well, before I get into that, I had to tell you about how this world is shaped. Maybe a diagram would make it easier to understand. Circle. So this is our world. As you can see, it's basically a big circle. There's another smaller circle in the center. The outer area is divided into 5 partitions. If you count the center circle, there's 6 in total. Each of these partitions is a home base for one of the 6 types of AI that run the Paper Moon. Of course, the AIs all go to other areas as well when they have a job to do. But having a default location for them to gather at makes it easier to keep things running smoothly. 6 types of AI. I take it your repair types are one of those 6 then? Yup. The repair area where we are now is right here. And these are transfer, keep, grow, build, and defend. Each area is designed to support its partition's function. They're also where the AIs that carry out that function gather. The central area, defend, is probably the most immediately relevant for us now. You see, it's the closest thing we have to neutral ground during this Holy Grail War. No servant or master is using defend as its base. The very center, where the central governing AI resides, is the most neutral area. Fighting is completely prohibited there. So that's why I figured it wouldn't be too dangerous to go there now. I see. So I'm guessing state transfer is where we find AIs that carry stuff around then. But you know, if what Ayu says is to be true, then the only reason the paper moon works is because of all these AIs doing their jobs. What's more, it sounds like the supposed caretaker of the paper moon isn't even aware of these AIs. I ask you, does it seem likely? So you're still suspicious of me? I told you, this is a virtual conceptual world. Even if we're able to observe the inside of the paper moon from the outside somehow, I still don't think we'll be able to see how this world works. Let me see. Here's an example. When you explain how the body's circulatory system works to a child, you talk about the functions red and white blood cells perform as though they were people, right? Yes, cells at work! Think of this in a much similar way. I mean, think of this in much the same way. This world we see now is just a way for our minds to make sense of what we see now that we're inside it. Every job these AIs perform can be equated to a separate magecraft or chemical reaction from the real world. Electrons flowing between electrodes, workers transporting electrons as cargo. We may be operating from different perceptual paradigms, but there is no functional difference as far as this world is concerned. We're only able to understand events in terms native to the world from which we originate. I think this is why things here appear the way they do to us. I think I get it. So you're saying this world is just formed on its own? How convenient. Well, maybe it is, but it's still the truth. Kindly get over it. I'm not sure what you guys are talking about, but be nice to each other, okay? Healthy minds make healthy bodies. And look, we're almost to defend.
So we're really going in there.
Is something wrong, Berserker?
Well, I am, of course, a super strong, ultra-powerful warrior. I'm also an incredibly savvy general. I once surveyed 100 people, read princes, to see if they thought my intellect and overwhelming virtue were leagues better than those of the spoiled brat, Histera. And every single one of them said yes. That is an incontrovertible fact. And the same incredible intellect has led me to realize what I need to do now. This. Rah!
Hey, what the hell? But why? Well, then again, I'm like, well, who are we fighting on the way to the neutral area? And I guess this is who we're fighting. I was expecting a tentacle monster, but no. It was he all along. Sion skills? Ooh. Beginning with this battle, Sion skills will be available. In place of the master skills associated with your Mystic Code, Mystical EXP gained through the battles will be applied to the Mystic Code you've equipped. Tap the Sion skill icon to display the skills available. Tap an active icon to use a Sion skill. Use Sion skills to your advantage in battle. I guess I should. Ah. Ooh. Okay. You know, I kind of like that. Wee! Sion skill. No, I'm not incre- well, actually, no, yes. Sion skill? Sion skill. When it comes to the assists, my favorite is still Pepe. Oh, Pepe, my favorite crypter. Pepe, Pepe, Pepe. Beautiful Pepe. Cammy.
Ouch.
You know, just regular attacks. Yeah. A good opportunity. Battle finish. Yay. Woohoo. Repair, partition, subdivision. Steer.
Harg!
Are you stupid or something? Oh, right, you're a berserker. Never mind. Ow. Anyway, now that we know for sure you're an enemy, it's time for you to die. I must admit that you are not mistaken. He's been watching us seeking an opportunity to attack us for a while now. I assumed it was only a matter of time. Just as I calculated. Why did you attack us out of nowhere?
I thought I could take you if I ambushed you, but you're surprisingly strong for a little girl. I must have let my guard down without realizing it or something. Well, I guess there's only one way to get through this now. Good job! Looks like you've diligently kept up with your training. Now I know how strong you are.
Bro, really? You're gonna turn it around like this? This is all a test, clearly, and you passed my test! Congratulations! The hell did you just say?
I wanted to make sure you're prepared for a surprise attack. A little bit of tough love from me to you.
Totally! That's what you were planning, right?
Drona used to do this kind of thing to me all the time. Seriously, I usually just pawned it off on Karna and made myself scarce though. Ha ha ha. Humph. For all their complicated talk, the one's still a servant, so they must be connected to the System Grail War somehow. It would have been a big advantage if I'd been able to take her down now, while she wasn't on her guard. But there'll still be plenty of chances, so I'll just try again later. Hehehe. I knew I was a genius of a general. Haha, sorry about that. I couldn't help wanting to know how you all stacked up to a real warrior among warriors like me. I should have treated you a little more like civilians instead.
What were you thinking? For a moment, I thought you were seriously fighting them. Apologizing is a start, but can you at least try to sound like you mean it? I'm sorry about that. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Please, let me repair you. It's okay, I'm fine. If it was just the two of us here, I'd be sending him down to the pits of depravity and loving him to death right about now. But I can't do that when Master's here acting like it's no big deal. It'd make things so much easier if she would just give the order. But of course she would never. She never would. Ugh. Why are you glaring at me like that? It's nothing. I swear, one of these days, you're going to find yourself up to your eyeballs in trouble.
Ha ha ha. Now, let's just all get along here. By the way, it's been bugging me that you know my true name, and I don't know yours, so I've been giving it some thought. Those Indian flower arrows, of course, remind me of the deity Kama, so I was wondering.
Look that says, what do we do? Look that says, good question, but I think it's okay if they know, but... Look that says, it'd probably be okay to tell them, but... Good question.
Whoa, hold on. Did you think I was so dim-witted I wouldn't notice those looks you were giving each other? This is mean. You really are Kama? But then, why are you a girl?
I have my reasons. Besides, gender's no big deal to us.
Well, I guess it makes sense. You are God and all.
Of course.
Anyway, arousal-inducing flower arrows, huh? With those, I could easily woo Draupadi and all those other beautiful women I had my eye on. Yehehe.
Just so you know, I'm boycotting my divine duties right now, so don't expect anything out of me, no matter how much you pay or you pray. For that matter, you got a lot of nerve bringing that up after you went and sucker punched us. Try something like that again, and I'll kill you right on the spot. Got it?
Oh yes, I understand. So as gods and as servants, I would like nothing more than to continue this relationship on the foundation of mutual respect.
Oh. The brother's collective wife? That's not my wife, it's our wife. I love that.
Of course, when you get right down to it, Kama here is still one of our gods. If I play my cards right, I think I can use her to our advantage.
Why are you in such a good mood? Well, never mind. Come on. Rounds to defend. Yay. Those Ronnies definitely look a little different. Those are type D AIs. Even this world sees the occasional bug or two. It's your job to find and eliminate them. I guess they're kind of what you'd call police officers in the outside world. Anyway, they're very important, so don't do anything to provoke them, or we'll be in big trouble. Okay, I won't get in trouble with the law this time. Same, it's adorable. Ronnie in just a bunch of different outfits. And hairstyles, cute. So this is where the central governing AI is located, huh? It looks a lot like a church. I don't know why it's designed like that, but I don't think it has any particular meaning. It was probably just the most suitable design or something. Anyway, let's go in first. Anyway, let's go in first. I'll just send an entry request, and okay, we're approved. Pretty. I overheard your conversation, and yes, you're right. There was no particular reason for this building being shaped the way it is. Certainly no religious connotations. We just measured the average data values and selected what seemed to be the most natural and appropriate form. I believe the term you have for this is tradition. I should have known there'd be a Rani here too. Indeed there is. I'm the primary AI that serves as a foundation for all the Rani series, AIs that exist in this world. So of course the other AI's appearance settings would be based on my own. I also gave a lot of thought to what to call myself. We may not have needed individual names before, but I can see there was no need to reject them. If anything, they would appear to be beneficial. So you could say that I, and I alone, am Rani. But that wouldn't be quite right. I'm the only AI who performs the function I do, so I don't have the type prefix. No, in my case, I think calling me by my current version based on a number of times I've undergone a major update would be more appropriate. As such, please call me Ronnie the 12. Okay, Ronnie 12. Yes, that'll be my name from now on. Ooh, Ronnie and extras known as Ronnie 8? So many Ronnies. Defend Partition Headquarters. Holy Grail War, you're starlit. Ooh, pretty. These drops look so delicious. They're like fancy candies. I will stare at the notes afterwards. On that note, allow me to officially welcome you to our world, visitors from the outside. Good of you to come as well, Ayus, Prime AI of the Type Rs. And your servant, Berserker.
So you're the central governing AI, huh?
Steer. Steer. Hey, stop staring at her. Don't you know that's rude? Ahem, thank you, Governor. I didn't really know what to do after these people saved us. So I thought I'd bring them here and ask you, well, everything I didn't have the answer for. Is that okay? You made the right call. Part of my job is dealing with unexpected problems whenever they... Hello? Warning, any attempts to forcibly access my inner workings could put every function under my supervision at critical risk. I do not recommend this course of action. I certainly don't approve of it. Were I to abandon the nomenclature associated with the system I govern, I might simply say, what the hell do you think you're doing? Pardon me, before we go any further, I thought I should verify what kind of being you are. Since you have introduced yourself, I'll do the same. My name is Sion Eltnam Sokaris. I used to be the Paper Moon's caretaker. Could you search my name to see if I have administrator access? Searching, no results. But even if you were once the Paper Moon's caretaker, I have no way of determining that. All I can say in response is that so? Hold up, if you really did design and manage this world, wouldn't they make you its god or something? So why the hell do you apparently not even have the authority to tell this living doll what to do? I only had custody over the Paper Moon as a device. But this world, and the AIs that spawn inside of it, are the device's contents. So when you think about it, it makes sense that I would not have direct administrative access over them. Our god, I see. That's certainly a fascinating idea. Then in accordance with the basic information I have in the outside world, let me ask you this. If a being you'd never seen before were to suddenly appear and declare themselves your world's god, how would humans typically react?
Well, I guess all we could do is say, is that so?
I see. Then it seems my reaction was correct since these circumstances are essentially the same as my hypothetical. Well, I suppose it's no big deal. For my part, I do not intend to declare myself the god of a bunch of AIs I have no recollection of making. Besides, I was able to learn something from the brief moment I touched you with my ether light. Like what? Her disposition and mass. If I really had created her, then just like a programmer reading their own code, I should have been able to read and modify any and all information about her. But I wasn't able to learn anything more than I would if I had examined another human. Remember what I said about perceiving this world via the paradigm with which we are familiar? In this case, it means that I can only relate to her as a person, not as a creation. I can manipulate however I like. If I were to guess, the fact that you have tangible bodies here means that, component-wise, you're the same kind of being as us. Even so, I can say that Ronnie 12 here is indeed an AI. I feel the same reaction from her as I did when I touched Ayus with ether light. Huh? When did you do that? Don't touch me without at least saying something. It's embarrassing. There's some things I can say about you as well. I searched you using my full authority as the central governing AI, and it's clear that you're not AIs yourself. In fact, you weren't created inside the Paper Moon at all, which means you must be visitors from the outside. This means you're not of this world but possess the same structural integrity as AIs like us, though you are yourselves not AIs. So, they're outsiders who just happen to end up here? Unfortunately, their presence here may not be entirely coincidental, since two of them are master and servant. I would guess they have also been selected to take part in the System Grail War. Normally, all masters would be chosen from amongst this world's AIs and given a set of randomized modifications. Why randomized? The prime AIs that are chosen to become masters may be of different types, but they're all still Rani series at their core. We thought that were they to all become masters under identical conditions, they would all end up using the same strategies and taking the same actions. That wouldn't work for the system Grail War, which expects a certain degree of active, irregular resource allocation. So we arranged things to ensure that each AI would be assigned a set of random individual traits when they became a master. In summary, the master AIs are prime AI, who are randomly transformed in both appearance and personality. Now with that in mind, let's turn the subject back to you. Since you possess a similar structural integrity to the master AIs, I would guess you've been caught up in the system Grail War for reasons that are still not clear to me. We have no desire to participate either, of course. Is it possible for you to sever a connection to that system and return us to the outside world? Unfortunately, no. The Grail War is executed by the world itself. As a central governing AI, part of my job is to oversee the war. But I can't intervene in the actual system. The most I can do is run add-ons and mods based on the existing rules. There's nothing I can do to change the rules themselves. Then, how can we get back to the outside? You showed up here right when the system Grail War was starting, in a form that ties you directly to it. This would seem to indicate that the system, for whatever reason, elected to reach into the outside world to bring the three of you here during the initial execution. In which case, I think completing or ending the system Grail War may trigger a return to the outside. I see. Can you tell us more about the system Grail War? Of course. To begin, the system Grail War is meant to repair and stabilize the Paper Moon's world whenever an irregularity of some kind occurs. You could think of it as an optimization or defragmentation routine which is executed at a worldwide scale. Now that you mention it, before this happened to us, the Paper Moon was malfunctioning for reasons we could not determine. And you say this system is designed to correct those kind of malfunctions? Correct. We don't know what caused the malfunction either. All the AIs remained fully functional as normal. It may be that the world chose to execute its most powerful stabilization routine specifically because nobody knows why this happened. However, the Paper Moon is also very unlikely to return to normal form so long as the system Grail War is ongoing. If we ignore it, the streak could continue to increase until the Paper Moon is no longer able to function normally again. I cannot say what a situation might be like, as I've never experienced anything like it. I'm not able to simulate one either. At worst, it is possible the entire world could quite literally shatter. We can't let that happen. The Paper Moon is way too important. We definitely don't want that. We'd be lost without the Paper Moon. We need it. Good grief. Shouldn't you be more worried about what would happen to us if things came to that? Let me tell you the AI Holy Grail War, that is, the system Grail War's rules. As you can tell from the name, this Grail War's masters are usually all AIs, 5 of them specifically. I believe you already know this, but those AIs are the prime AIs based on the respective AI types of each of this world's partitions. These include keep, transfer, build, grow, and repair. In order to ensure individuality among masters, each prime AI is given a randomized personality and a single command spell. One of those masters is right over there. That's me. Like I said before, I'm the master representing the repair partition. 5 AIs? In the Holy Grail Wars we know, there are usually 7 masters. It is only 5 here? That's right. It's because we only have 5 usable areas, the partitions. The defense area's Type D AIs need to focus on dealing with the bugs that naturally occur in this world, so they never get involved in the ground war. Furthermore, as a central area, defend is the only partition with a neutral zone. This church is under my jurisdiction as a Grail War's overseer. Combat of any sort is prohibited here. And any non-peaceful interference with regular AIs, including Defense Type Ds, is prohibited in all the other areas as well. Once the Master AIs are sufficiently diversified, they each summon a servant and fight to determine the victor. Once the last Master AI remaining is determined, the system takes all the energy that was accumulated via combat and uses it to restore the paper moon to working order. So my guess is that a 6th team won't have any adverse effects on the system. I see. So we are rather she and Kama, our 6th master and servant pair that do not correspond to any of the districts. So that really is what this means? That's going to be a problem, right?
Exactly. Now do you see? I knew I was right to attack.
Stare.
I mean, ambushed them earlier to see how strong they were. Purely for training reasons, of course.
Yeah, definitely.
But a Holy Grail war can only have one victor. If you're given a chance to thin out the competition, it only makes sense to take that opportunity. After all, both master and servant alike have a reason for wanting to win.
They do?
Oh, come on, you really don't get it? The winner is granted any wish they like. That's why masters and servants fight together to try and achieve victory. Hell, that's the whole reason the Holy Grail War exists in the first place, right?
Yeah. This guy, though. Oh gosh. Okay, information archive. New caster. A caster class servant. He may look like Saber Gildere, but the tentacled creatures he seems to have summoned as familiars have a different appearance than the sea fiends Gildere from Chaldea controls. Mystery stats. Assassin. True name, comma. The god of love with sugarcane bow and arrows of flowers. Kama's another aspect of Mara. The demon king of depravity. She is a lone servant from Chaldea accompanying master. Berserker. A berserker class servant. True name, Duryodhana. One of the figures in the Mahabharata. He's the eldest of the Kauravas, a group of 100 princes born from a giant lump of flesh that was sliced into 100 pieces. He's believed to be the ill-omened child and the incarnation of the demon Kali. Oh, my door's being knocked on. Dad just handed me a bowl of food. Father, not yet. And it's a loco too. Ooh, I gotta eat the egg before it gets too nasty. But for now, let's go through these. It smells good. Yummy, yummy. He's believed to be the ill-omened child and the incarnation of the demon Kali. It is said that he started the Great Kurukshetra War, and that, alongside Karna and Osvataman, he led the Kauravas. He is skilled with the club. Sion Eltnam Sokaris, an alchemist from the Atlas Institute who works for Chaldea. For some reason, she looks younger than usual. Her personality and manner of speech are slightly different too. She uses a spiritron technique called Edolite that has been passed down within the Eltnam family, consisting of nanoscale filaments, each mere micron thick. Berserker's master. Master Berserker Duryodhana. Prime AI repair, one of the AI types in this world. As a prime AI repair, she naturally believes it is her duty to heal the wounded and takes pleasure in carrying out the task. Berserker often belittles her. Her servant gave her the name Ayus, which she has taken a liking to. The name means life. Due to the randomizer that was applied to her when she became a master, her directives prompted her to become an active, energetic girl. She's adorable. Ronnie 12. Ronnie 12. The central governing AI who manages and oversees the AIs in the Paper Moon world. The original of the Ronnie series and first primary AI. By design, she is capable of updating herself when necessary through self-analytics and optimization programs. Her residence is a central church. His mother was prophesied to give birth to 100 sons that ended up being the lump of flesh. Then a guy broke it up to 100 pieces and grew them like plants. I love that. Repair AI Type R. One of the type of this world's Ronnie series. A treatment type AI that belongs to the repair partition, also known as Type R. Just like the Prime AI, they believe that repairing damaged AIs to be their duty and accordingly take joy in completing related tasks. They tend to employ the only single words like check or report to start up conversation. They possess extremely advanced AI repairing capabilities for both software and hardware. Some wait in the repair partition for damaged AI to come to them, while others may travel to other partitions when their presence is requested or the situation demands it. Additionally, to help deal with the unexpected emergencies, they tend to patrol other partitions, which is why they are often found even in areas where there are no damaged AIs. Defend AI Type D. One of this world's Ronnie series. AIs belonging to the Defend partition who focus on maintaining peace and security, also known as Type D. Okay, I'm gonna turn off my fan for now. I don't want the food to get too nasty. They address malicious data bugs and other physical failures which might harm the AIs or the world itself. In some cases, they eliminate such threats by force. Their basic equipment includes security accessories, firearms, that use rudimentals for power and bullets. Slight variations exist among the individual AIs. Like serious policemen and soldiers, they speak efficiently. This does not mean they are without passion. This is only a reflection of their belief that they are on an important mission for the survival of the world and pride in that mission. In addition to standing by within Defend and going on patrol, they're quick to go anywhere in this world they might be called. The Paper Moon's police officers are always dependable. Terms. Repair. One of the groupings of the AIs in the Paper Moon world, which also refers to the partition in which AIs of this given world primarily gather. Repair serves as a treatment site where many Type R AIs gather. Many medical aid kits can be found in the area. Program kits to recover injured AIs are always available and are a reliable tool for the Type Rs. This is not to suggest they do not exist in other areas, but in the repair partition, they are as ubiquitous as vending machines are in modern Japan. Some common tools for Type R AIs are the First Aid Program Kit for the light injuries and Trauma Program Kit for severe injuries. The former can be used by other AI types, but only Type Rs have the necessary capabilities to use the latter kit. At the center of the repair partition, there is a core treatment facility where more advanced repairs can be performed. This is also where the Prime AI typically resides. This is the domain of the Berserker faction. Defend. One of the groupings of the AIs in the Paper Moon world, which also refers to the partition where AIs of this given world primarily gather. Defend is home to many of the Type D AIs. It is well supplied with hidden stores of security accessories, portable firearms, which are excessively used by the AIs of this partition. The area even contains stations similar to Japanese koban, small neighborhood police stations. Aw, this is cute. Ooh! Arjuna's cousins? Oh man, I wonder if he'll let me summon him in that case. Type Ds are directly responsible for the world's security, which includes eliminating bugs, and so their tasks take slightly higher priority than those of the other AI types. They keep an eye on all their partitions, and because they need to respond quickly in case of an emergency, Defense Domain is the small circle at the center of the city. This partition is also known as the central area. Furthermore, at the very center of it all, the church, where the central governing AI resides, can be found. Defense Prime AIs do not become masters and do not participate in system grail wars. Hence, the defend partition prohibits any violent interference with AIs other than masters, making it a neutral zone, as all combat is prohibited in the church. Roniment, the fundamental resource of the Paper Moon world. Roniment is a potent, formless energy which is used in a variety of ways. It is similar to magical energy in the outside world. Servants require Roniment to sustain their activities. Roniment is a life force of AIs, and as it is the only thing which can be said to possess value, it also serves as a currency of this world. AI Holy Grail War, System Grail War. A ritual system which is performed to stabilize and repair the Paper Moon world when an abnormality occurs. Each Prime AI becomes a master who then summons their respective servants. The masters then battle until only one master servant pair remains. Keep, transfer, build, grow, and repair all participate, while defend does not, as they are needed to continue addressing bugs and other issues even during the System Grail War. As such, the central defend partition becomes a neutral zone, where any violent interference with non-master AIs is strictly prohibited. Combat of any kind is prohibited in the church. Master AIs are, as expected, Ronnie series AIs. However, in an effort to ensure diversity amongst them, personalities, appearances, abilities, etc. are run through a randomizer. Master AI, participants in the System Grail War. They contract with servants and fight each other until only one master servant pair remains. The Prime AI from each partition in the Paper Moon, excluding defend, is selected as a master AI. In the process, their personality, appearance, abilities, etc. are rearranged by a randomizer. When they become a master, they do not lose their management authority as a Prime AI. World structure. The Paper Moon is structured such that its world is comprised of 2 disks of different size, and its interior is further divided into 6 major partitions. Each partition corresponds to a specific role of the AIs within it. Defend is located in the central area, while repair, transfer, keep, grow, and build surround it. Okay, cool. That was good to know. Let me start my food real quick. Is it cool enough for me to take a bite out at least the egg before the yolk becomes nasty? Okay, I might have waited too long for the yolk. Oops. My bad. I asked for the bowl to be put on the floor earlier. Because I'm like, I don't want it on my bed. Like, please. Because gravy. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. Still pretty hot. Then again, my room is hot, so it's fine. One more bite, and then section 3. I'll keep it in my lap. No fan for me though, just so the food doesn't get too cold. Next part. Yum. AA Masters have a duty to restore the Paper Moon's world to normal working order. Regardless of the randomized personality they are given, that core duty won't change. Furthermore, the AIs who win the System Grail War becomes the next central governing AI. That AI is then upgraded and given the right to customize the next version of the world. Should the new personality happen to instill in them a wish, it likely also enables them to acquire what that wish may be. That is how our world continually undergoes change, bringing with it much needed diversity. And the same is true for the winning servant. That servant is given the right to remain resident of the new world and have a wish granted so long as it is within the central governing AI's power to grant. We call this concept of granting the winner's wishes the Holy Grail, which is why this ritual is sometimes referred to as the AI Holy Grail War, as well as the System Grail War. Yeah, I don't really care what it's called. What I want to know is, what happens if a non-AI master like Misaki here wins? I doubt you'll be given the authority to become the next central governing AI. So in that scenario, I promise I'll do everything I can to grant you your wish instead. Is that so? There's still a lot we don't know about the situation, and we definitely can't be sure that dying in here won't result in our minds dying out there. I'll tell you right now that our wish is to leave this place and get back to the outside world. So to have that wish granted, and so we don't die while we're here, we need to win this Holy Grail war. That about right? That is what it boils down to, yes. And since the condition for stopping the System Grail war is to have only one team left standing, the addition of an unexpected 16 does not meaningfully change the proceedings. If you want to end this Holy Grail war, you will have to fight and win. I see. Then I guess that in one sense, you're right to try and ambush us, Berserker. I don't know what kind of wish you're looking to make yourselves, but either way, it looks like we're going to have to try and kill each other sooner or later.
Oh, you finally figured it out? Essentially, yes. That's what it all comes down to. I'm sure it's not easy, but try to keep up with me, okay?
Stare. Are your memory spaces malfunctioning? Let me remind you that this church is a neutral zone. Fighting is strictly prohibited. If you violate that rule, every Type D in this area will swarm and capture you, if not eliminate you outright. You will also be disqualified from the Holy Grail War. But why waste time? It just makes sense to get rid of them now. Kindly shut your hole. Kindly shut my hole? The rules are in place for a reason. Formulas must be upheld. As a central governing AI, I would not tolerate any exceptions. Ooh, me too. I also think fighting here would be a bad idea. Though it may not be... Though it's not to say fighting somewhere else would be a good one. Look, since you guys are an Anomalous 6 team, you don't have your own home base area, right? Of course not. Then how about we work together until we're the last 2 teams standing? At that point, we can have a good clean fight to wrap things up. No hard feelings. That way, I can pay you back for saving us, and you can come home. You come and go from the repair partition as you like. I mean, I think you'll have a pretty hard time here without your own area, after all. Indeed, without your own area, it'll be very difficult to replenish your Raniment. Raniment. So basically your magical energy here. Generally speaking, Raniment is something all AIs possess. The more Raniment you collect through trade, negotiation, and so on, the more resources you will have for your servant, which in turn gives you an advantage in battle. Trade and negotiation? Why would other AIs bother with those? Wouldn't they only care about making sure their leader wins? Usually yes. However, AIs do each have free will. In addition, they have their own desires to fulfill their given function. So by assisting any AI who cannot fulfill their functions for one reason or another, you should be able to acquire Raniment from other AIs, even if they are from a different area. If they want to give you Raniment for whatever reason, I'm certain they will. Well, technically, it would also be possible to extract Raniment from AIs who are unwilling to give it away. I see. So that's why Castor was attacking the repair AIs. He was trying to steal a resource which is essentially life force, magical energy, and currency all in one. Yeah. And who's going to just sit back and let someone like that do what they want without trying to stop them? It might be faster in one sense, but it's definitely not easy. So Master is open to more, well, peaceful transactions. That is, someone who gets along well with other AIs is going to have a big advantage. In your case, you already met the repair AIs, so that should make a lot of things easier for you. To be completely honest, Berserker doesn't have a lot of Raniment to spare right now. We still haven't replenished what he used when he fought off Castor. That training exercise didn't help matters either. So we're going to have a hard time in our next battle unless we go back and fill up. Basically, we'll be stuck in a recovery phase for a while.
Come on, why would you tell them that? If bandits come knocking, who do you think they'll go for? A target who's had a full meal and has lots of energy, or a target who's obviously so hungry they can barely stand up straight? Exactly. So if you don't want to be a target, you need to act tough even when you're starving.
Hunger.
Though I guess there's not much you can do about your stomach growling.
Yo, my dude, you want a bite of my Loco Moco? Think about it, Berserker. If another servant were to attack us on our way back, wouldn't you feel better knowing Assassin was here to help? Like they say, two heads are better than, well, in this case, safer than one. It's true now, and it'll be true tomorrow. I know you're smart, so I'm sure you know there was a good chance we were going to team up with them in the future, right?
Well, I guess so. I was thinking more in terms of using them rather than teaming up, but I suppose it all works out the same. That aside, I've never seen Master this aggressive before. I wonder what changed. Oh, maybe it's because it's all close to her wish. Fine, I guess I have no choice then. And there are some advantages in it for me. Namely, the soft-hearted, naive master and her assassin servant. It's a safe bet they won't betray us before the end. And I doubt they'll even notice if I come up with a secret plan to beat them during our final showdown. All told, this deal has no downsides for me. Alright, fine. It'll be dangerous for us, but we do owe them for their help. So it is with a heavy heart, but an open mind that I accept the risk of teaming up with you. We'll be on the same side until we're the last two teams remaining then.
He really trying to work this so it feels like we owe the... he really trying to work this so we feel like we owe you, aren't you? Sucks for you. I never feel like I owe anyone anything. For now, I'm just glad you agreed to team up with us. Thanks. I think I'm starting to see a way out of this, I hope. First one. Thanks.
Ha ha ha. Ah, it's fine. I like people who make themselves useful to me. So just keep up the hard work and all be well.
Yay. Now we can stay together for the time being. Okay, let's start by heading back to your parents, stocking up on Raniment. How exactly do we go about collecting Raniment from other AIs? Do you use your authority as a prime AI to requisition it or something? Well, I could, but I'd rather not. It just makes things harder down the road. In general, AIs are programmed to return favors and pay appropriate compensation. These AIs remain active even during the System Grail War, and constantly encounter problems that need to be solved. Ah, community service. So by helping AIs with their work, or solving problems for them, you will earn the gratitude, and should accordingly have no trouble acquiring Raniment in exchange. There you have it. Now come on, let's go back and get busy. We've got our work cut out for us. Thanks for everything, Governor. See you later. There's no need to thank me. This is all a part of my duties. Good luck, everyone. Yay! Woohoo! Executing issue-raising program. Aye, nay, and abstaining votes tied. That was an error. I cannot deny the possibility that I behaved inappropriately. I'm the Grail War's overseer. It is my duty to remain neutral. Even so, I wound up wishing the outsiders luck. Maybe I need to add another layer of verification to my standard pleasantries routine. But that can wait. Right now, I need to come up with a solution to make this right and quickly. If I can't take back my encouraging words, then I'll just have to make more such remarks to balance things out, embarrassing though it may be. Alright then, to right this wrong, I'll send similar thoughts and well wishes to the other teams as well, in my capacity as overseer. No showing bias. Supermarket? Hey Master, how's your mood now? Bad, now shut up. Perfect, I'm pretty confident this time, so you'll be in a great mood when this is over. Ha ha ha. What did I just say? Ha. Hehehe, I love it. This world is full of surprises. Don't you agree, Ryder? Not interested. I'm a tool for my master, nothing more, nothing less. My only concern is doing my job when I'm needed. Is that so? Whatever. Tools are extensions of our hands. When there aren't enough hands to go around, we'll take whatever we can get. Shit, this place is so damn fascinating. I can't decide what I want to investigate first. The hell happened to this world's future, huh? Ooh, storehouse. Look at this saber, what do you think? Isn't it huge? Isn't it grand? I guess. Would you please keep your distance? I dislike the heat of the other's bodies close to me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, that's right. I'm still not quite satisfied. Still, are you sure about this? It's easy to pick flowers from a field, but that also means the field will eventually be barren.
Don't worry. The flowers grown here are cheap and infinitely replaceable. Their saving grace is that they are easy to acquire, but real value?
Real value is only found in what is truly exceptional. In the blue bloods, such as myself. That is why there's only ever one truly correct, rational answer. If we don't have enough flowers here, we can just take them from somewhere else. As many as we want, whenever we want.
Ooh, it's gonna be fun seeing the other Ranis. The system Grail War has only just begun. There have been a few skirmishes, but no one has yet been eliminated. The only serious battle so far was the one fought between Berserker and Caster. But that's all about to change. In support of every team fighting to complete the system Grail War, allow me to say once more. Good luck. May the stars of the northern sky always illuminate the bright path, even upon the paper moon. I actually like that as a cliffhanger. That's actually a fun cliffhanger. I'm gonna keep it as that. I'm gonna go back to summons and and then I eat. Then I feast on more of this meat. And egg and rice and gravy. Yummy, yummy. I'll do a few more multiples. AKA 3 more multiples. Otten Gobla. Shinji. I was like, hey, can I use my dinner as a catalyst? Transmutation Magecraft. Shinji? Oh my goodness, more Shinji. Inverted Moon of the Heavens. Oh man, though the gravy's not as runny as it was earlier. I'm sorry, food. You're still a decent catalyst. Reality Marble. Hey Dad, why couldn't you have cooked earlier or later? Sakura's special bento. Art of Death. Delicious pomegranates. The final narrator. Stare. Lancer. Hello, Hector. Please, tell me where the other two are. Where are the purple boys? Next, please. Third multiple of the night, technically. Stare. Lots and lots of staring. Hello, Caesar. It would be nice to at least have one of the new boys. Please, purple boys. Collection of mysterious masks. Like, would you like a collection of mysterious masks? I think you'll like them. Alexander. Next is Assassin. Jinke. Boy, Dad, I wish your Locomoco was a better catalyst right now. Oh man, what should I have offered them instead? What's up, Caesar? Reality Marble. I wonder if they would have preferred if I offered them a sandwich. A peanut butter honey sandwich, specifically. Trigger off. Caster. Avisbron. Avisbron, make me a Locomoco Golem. Please. Student Council President. Oh my goodness, even more mysterious masks. You know you want some masks. Soul Eater, that is gotcha, alright. It eats the soul on the wallet. Okay, and last multiple for the night. There is hope in the world. Lancer. Hello, Koo. Next is Prisma Cosmos. At least Prisma Cosmos is nice. Bronze Link Manipulator. Stare. Jeweled Sword, Zelrich. What will it be this time? Or who? It's a rider. Hey there, Alexander. Woohoo! At the same time, come on! Come on, purple boys, be mine! Hey, Alexander. Oi. Hello, Romulus. I guess I'm ending off in Rome. Gobla. Stare. Under the sun. Dang, my gotcha luck be replenishing. Inverted Moon of the Heavens. Yeah, I'm definitely stopping at 4 multiples tonight. Oh yes, another elixir of love. I started with an elixir of love, and I'm ending with one too? Literally, that was the start of the summons. That's a sign to stop. It's like, well, here you go. Here's an elixir of love. This is your consolation prize. For reals. Thanks, game. Yo, though, I like the Ranis. The Ranis are adorable. And I'm happy that the one we get to keep belong for our buddies are, like, extra cute. Oh man, it's gonna be fun seeing how the other ones are gonna be. How they're gonna act. And how insane their servants are gonna be too as well. But for now, I'll be good. I'll eat the food Dad gave me before it gets bad. Like, thank you for the food, Dad. I guess I gotta eat it now. Ahahaha. And I'm gonna be good and save more summons for next time. AKA the other banner. Maybe the other banner will be nicer to me. I love Cammy. I love Cammy. With that being said, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day and epic gacha luck. I'll see you guys later.
Bye bye.
Woohoo! Eat food, drink water, then watch Kamen Rider Agito.